All right, I know you've all been waiting for this HRV video. Who doesn't love heart rate variability? Most of you probably don't know what it is, and that's okay. For those who do, you can skip this part. But heart rate variability means that your heart does not beat kind of in a set pattern all the time. There's usually different spacing between those beats, and it's very small, measured in milliseconds. And this heart rate variability, what it tells us is how kind of variable your heart can be, how it's being affected by parasympathetic, meaning your rest and digest system, and sympathetic, your fight and flight system. And so if your heart has more heart rate variability, then it probably means your heart is beating a little slower and it has more relaxation in it, and it's better and healthier. We see heart rate variability come down with age, and it is different by sex. So let's look at a paper that talks about heart rate variability in 8 million people. All right, this article published in The Lancet is a very good article back in December 2020. It's a meta-analysis. They collected 8 million people. And really, there's a couple different things here that I think are interesting. So one thing they point out is that heart rate variability, it's affected by sex and age, but it's also known to kind of predict first fatal and non-fatal cardiovascular disease. So it's independently predictive of cardiovascular disease. So most every heart rate watch or wearable today will measure HRV for you. But there's a few things you should know. You should be measuring it at a certain time of day, and you should measure it at that time of day as frequently as you can. So really that certain time of day is early in the morning, and that's what this paper shows us, is that you have the biggest heart rate variability in the morning between 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock in the morning is when you have the biggest heart rate variability. The other thing this shows us is that with age, heart rate variability continues to drop. And why is that important? Because really, we want our bodies to look by measurements as young as possible. So the more that we can keep our heart rate variability high, the healthier our heart is, and kind of the more capacity we have to take on stress. And if you think about aging is a very stressful situation. You have increasing disease, you have decreasing immunity, and so your body will have more and more stress. You want to keep your heart as healthy as possible. How do you do that? You do that through strength training and cardiovascular training, and it's going to increase your heart rate variability. So again, exercise is the answer. I wish it wasn't. I wish I had a different answer for you so it was easy. But here's the thing. As you exercise, you become a person who exercises, and you start to love exercise. Like right now, I'm going to go on a run later today, and I'm pumped about that because I love running. 4 years ago, I did not love running. So I'm just going to tell you, heart rate variability, super important, and you can love running too eventually. Be patient with yourself. If you want to know how to do it, ask me. I'll let you know how to do it. All right, take care.